All right, all right, all right, all right. Good afternoon. And I hope your day is going very, very well. Hope your day is lovely. You are enjoying your day and you are putting in very meaningful inputs in order to make this day, a memorable one. I have come your way again this time around as a continuation of what I have been doing here on social media. And that has always been introducing my books and my publications to as many as are interested, in order to, enrich your lives, in order to make your lives better, and to make your future a bright and colorful one. And today again, I am introducing a book that I, have already posted on my social media space, and particularly my Facebook, page. I posted this book there, and this book has been, it has a caption: "Vital Truths to Note." About main of purpose. Vital truths to note, about main of purpose. And purpose is very important in every life. Purpose is very, very, important. Purpose is very important. And, living your life without purpose will result in ending your life in regret. And life without purpose is like wasting time without adding meaning, to it. We are here, for a purpose, but we must know, the purpose. Without a knowledge, a good and adequate knowledge of your purpose, you definitely cannot fulfill it. You must have knowledge of your purpose before you ever think of fulfilling it. And the greatest tragedy on earth is not death, but a life, without purpose. A person who has purpose has something to go for. Purpose must be discovered before pursuit. So before you can ever pursue something and get it realized, you have to discover it first. So without discovery, there can be no pursuit. So purpose is discovering your sense of destiny. Purpose is more powerful, than problems. Purpose is so powerful that when you understand it, it becomes personal. When you understand purpose, it becomes personal. Weak people chase pleasure, but strong people chase, purpose. So that's why I'm introducing this book to you on vital truths about main of purpose. Vital truths about main of purpose. It's not so voluminous. It's one of the books I started publishing very early, at a point in my life where I just started making impacts, financially. And, I published this, a little manuscript. But it's loaded. It's loaded. If you read it, it will change your life forever. It will change your life forever. And I can assure you, you read it, your life will never be, the same again. So it has a number of chapters. It has a number of good chapters, here. And, some of the chapters read as follows. You must discipline yourself as, a man of purpose. That is after the introduction. And in introducing this book, I have already, given you some very vital truths about purpose. Very vital truths about purpose, by way of introduction. But if I have to add something to that, I also have to say that purpose defines the essence of living. It answers the question, why are we here? It answers the question, why was I created? In your heart, there is a sleeping lion called purpose. And you must wake it up. You must activate it. So you don't have a fate, you have a purpose. You don't have F-A-T-E. You have a purpose. And you must be bent on fulfilling that purpose or getting that purpose realized. There is no need for you to understand this, there is need for you to understand this because more men fail through lack of purpose than lack of talent. Ignorance of purpose will always result in abuse. When you are ignorant of your purpose, you will abuse it. You see, you cannot make use of it. You cannot utilize it when you are ignorant, of it. That is why a prominent, man or a prominent, motivator by the name Lord Chesterfield once said, firmness of purpose is one of the most necessary sinews of character and one of the best, instruments for success. Without it, genius wastes, its effort. Genius wastes its efforts in a maze, of inconsistencies. So I'll make a recap of that quotation by Lord Chesterfield. Again, he said, open the quotation mark now. He said, firmness of purpose is one of the most necessary sinews of character and one of the best instruments for success. Without it, genius wastes, its efforts in a maze of inconsistencies. When you don't have purpose, you keep on being inconsistent in what you are doing. It takes purpose to be consistent. It takes purpose to keep on doing that which you ought to do. And when you don't have purpose, you cannot do that which you ought to do. You will just be unstable in your actions. You cannot be consistent. You cannot be persistent in your actions. That's why this book has a number of chapters, which I just want to mention a few of those chapters to you, and then leave you with the choice of, making a demand for this book, if you are interested, reading is very important. It's a very important aspect of any life. I once listened to a great man, a man who has created so much impact, when it has to do with Pentecostalism in the world, by the name David Oyedepo. And he said he reads daily and he writes daily. That statement is a statement of profound importance. I read daily and I write daily. So, you see, there's no leader that has never been a reader. Every great man must be, a reader. Every man that will make monumental impact must be a reader. It is in this part of the world, in the African continent, that people don't have, a kind of penchant, for reading. People don't have, affection for reading. In the Western world, reading is something they do daily. It's something they do competing with, each other. And they do it very well, and they are making monumental and phenomenal impacts in terms of writing, in terms of when you listen to their speakers, their motivational speakers, you see they make a lot of sense. But here in Africa, you find somebody talk for so long a time without making any sense out of what he's saying, because there is no knowledge. He has not studied enough, he has not read enough, so he doesn't have anything serious, anything reasonable, anything tangible to offer. You see? So for you to have tangible things to say in a particular area, you must be a good reader. Readers are leaders. So buy books, read books. You see, like there are some of the books I've recommended, just some of my books and publications and journals on social media platform, especially the Facebook. Apart from these other social media platforms I have just started, making, inroads into. I have been on Facebook for quite some time. You can utilize that opportunity and order for some books and then feed your mind and grow, in terms of what you are doing. All right, so this book has a number of chapters. The first one says, you must discipline yourself as a man of purpose. Discipline is very, very instrumental to success. And if you are not a man of discipline, you cannot be successful in that which you are doing. So you must be disciplined in what you are doing. Discipline is very, very phenomenal. The first thing you must do as a man of purpose is that you must be a person of discipline. And then number two, you must have character as a man of purpose. Character. Character, is like pregnancy. It will always show. It doesn't matter how long it takes, but in the end, it will always show. The third chapter says you must have goals as a man